Do you guys have a friend who's always late to everything? They say yes to everything, but then they flake out at the very last minute. They're always stuck in traffic, and there's always an emergency, someone's always sick, and there's always a crisis at work. Bad things just seem to find them. Chances are, you don't want to be that friend, because nobody likes that friend. In fact, you probably don't want to be that business owner either. When bad things happen to you, it's not because you're inherently a bad person or a bad business owner. A lot of times, it's just simply a matter of poor time management. You're biting off more than you can chew, and you just simply don't know how to say no to people. Can you find yourself spinning 100 different plates stacked several miles high? Probably. That's certainly no way to run your business, much less run your life. Because the truth of the matter is, sooner or later, all those plates are going to come crashing down. And you might be thinking to yourself, so what if I'm late a few minutes to a meeting? And so what if it takes me a couple hours to respond to an email? And so what if it takes me 3 to 4 months to deliver a gallery? Well, I'm here to tell you that it does matter. Clients need to be able to count on you for the little things, so that way they can count on you for the big things. Something so simple as being responsive and being on time, right? Those are the little things. And then if they can count on you for those little things, they can count on you for the big things, like showing up on the wedding day on time to do amazing work for them. If it takes you like a week to answer an email, how are they supposed to trust you that you're going to deliver all these big promises that you made to them during the consult or in your website? Now, one of the biggest problems that I have with the folks that I work with, it's not so much that they're terrible photographers or that they're terrible human beings. They all do great work and they're all amazing humans, but oftentimes they find themselves a little overwhelmed. They've bit off more than they could chew, and now they've got this mountain of work that never seems to go away. Whenever you talk to them, they're always busy. It doesn't have to be that way, and I can tell you that you can get a lot of work done and still have free time to enjoy all the things that you love, like your friends, your family, hobbies, eating out, vacations. You remember those things, right? So today we're going to be talking about why folks might suck at their time management and what they can do to solve these problems. In my sales and marketing course, I talk about the 20 reasons why you might suck at time management too. And for your sake, for today's video, I've narrowed them down to the top 8 reasons why you might be struggling with time management. And I provided you some tips on how you might be able to manage that. All right, so in no particular order, it's because 1, you're a perfectionist. 2, you have a focusing problem or a problem with managing distractions. 3, your priorities are all wrong. 4, you're terrible at estimating time. 5, you're doing everything on your own instead of delegating or automating. 6, you're busy but not productive. 7, you haven't mastered your skills or your tools. And 8, you simply don't care. So let's go over these one by one. So the first one is you're a perfectionist. You're not delivering, or you're taking your sweet time because you want everything to be perfect. Well, I'm here to tell you that done is better than perfect. Your clients are not going to know that your white balance is off by a smidge, all right, even if you do. Your clients are not going to care if your exposure is off by just a little bit, even if you do. And if you can get your deliveries to 99% or even 95%, they are going to be plenty happy, I promise you. But what they won't be happy about is that it will take you 6 months for you to deliver your photos to them. And the time that it takes for you to get from 95% to 100% can be pretty substantial, but the gains might be minimal. In other words, your desire to get everything perfect is potentially wasting a lot of time, especially if nobody's going to notice. So if this sounds like you, just get your work done as best as you can get it and move on to the next thing. Get it to 95%, and not only will your clients be happy, you are going to be happy too, because now you'll have more time to do all these other things in your business. The next thing that we want to talk about is that you potentially might have a focusing problem or a problem managing your distractions. If you have ADHD, or maybe your mind wanders, or you're constantly getting distracted, it can be very easy for you to lose time. The easiest solution is to put yourself in an environment where you won't have any distractions. So turn off the Netflix, turn off your notifications, turn off your emails and social media, and just get your shit done. There's also medication that can help you, but let's try the old-fashioned way first. So if this sounds like you, just remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Create an environment that's conducive to your productivity. Remove all those distractions so you can focus on your work. The next thing that we want to talk about is that your priorities might be all wrong. You're doing all the stuff that's urgent, but they're not necessarily important. Dwight D. Eisenhower most famously said, most things which are urgent are not important, and most things which are important are not urgent. Effective time management means prioritizing your important and urgent tasks that help us get to where we want to get to. Your tasks and projects are going to fall into 4 groups. The first group is urgent and important, which is stuff that you need to do right now. This includes responding to inquiries, responding to complaints, and finishing projects to meet a deadline. The next category is the stuff that's not urgent, but it's important, which is the stuff that you should do if the time allows. So this is going to include strategic planning, your professional development, payroll, exercising. The third category is going to be the stuff that's not urgent and it's not important, which is stuff that you definitely should not be doing. This includes hanging out on social media, organizing your files, or even streaming shows on Netflix and Disney+. Last but not least, we have the stuff that's urgent but not important, which is stuff that you can delegate or automate. This includes stuff like blogging, contracting, or even scheduling meetings. If you can simply run your business by taking care of all the important stuff first, you're going to suddenly find yourself with way more time on your hands, and you'll actually get everything done on time and not be so stressed out all the time. So if you're having a problem with prioritizing your work, every morning list out all the things that you have to do for the day and do the thing that you really don't want to do first, because chances are that's probably the most important thing on that list that you have to do. The next thing we want to talk about is that you're terrible at estimating time. Most business owners are tempted to give best case scenarios to their clients, and then they're stuck with these impossible deadlines. The easy solution is to simply stop doing that. Give the worst case scenarios instead, and give yourself that buffer to just get your shit done. Remember, you are the boss. The deadlines are whatever you say they are. So if this sounds like you, tack on another 50% on top of your best case scenario. If you think it's going to take you 2 months for delivery, tell them 3 months. If you think it's going to take them 2 months for delivery, tell them 3 months instead. If you think it's going to take 2 to 3 days to get them sneak peeks, tell them it's going to take them a week. It's better that you underpromise and overdeliver than the other way around. The next thing that we want to talk about is that you're probably doing everything on your own instead of delegating or automating. In this day and age, you don't have to do everything on your own. You've got VAs, AIs, and all kinds of programs out there that are designed to save you time. Some are free and some will cost you a little bit of money, but at the end of the day, they are all worth it because time is money. From Aftershoot to Imagine AI and even ChatGPT, stuff that used to take days now take just a couple of hours, if not much less time. Take advantage of all these tools that you have at your disposal and you'll suddenly find yourself with way more time than you'll know what to do with. The next thing we want to talk about is that you're busy, but you're not productive. Busy work doesn't bring you towards your goals, but productive work does. The main reason why folks struggle with this part is because they have trouble prioritizing. Refer to the urgency/importance matrix that we just discussed several minutes ago, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So when you're going through your daily to-do list, apply the 4Ds technique, which is delete, delegate, defer, and do now, and prioritize that list accordingly. And if you're constantly busy, but you always seem to have that workload that never goes away, that's a good sign that you're just busy and not productive. If you can delete, delegate, and defer the less important tasks, you should be able to find yourself with a little bit more time to do the important stuff that you have to do. The next thing we want to talk about is you haven't mastered your skills or your tools. I'll give you an example. It used to take me 2 to 3 full work days to call and edit a wedding. Not because that I was bad at managing my time, I was literally staring at the computer for 3 straight days editing one wedding. And that was because I didn't know how to use Lightroom. I didn't know how to call in photo mechanic. AI was not around yet, and I hadn't learned about presets yet, so I was white balancing all of my photos one by one. Multiply this by 1,000, now you can understand why it took me so long to edit and deliver my photos. These days, with AI and an in-house editor, I only have to touch the project for about 30 minutes before it goes out the door. And I'm using all the tools that I have at my disposal to get my work done quickly and efficiently, leaving me with more time to handle other areas of my business, like writing and recording these courses and these videos for you guys. And if this sounds like you, just practice using your tools, your software, and even how you run your business. Get super efficient at it, and you'll magically create more time. And lastly, you simply don't care. And if that sounds like you, unfortunately, I don't think I can help you. There are just some folks out there in the universe who really don't care that they're late all the time. They don't care that people are waiting on them constantly. They don't care that an inquiry's been sitting in their inbox for 3 days, unopened. If you're one of these people, I can't help you. But if you do care and you want to find more time in your schedule so that you're not stressed out all the time over all these deadlines you have in your work, so you can spend more time with your friends and your family, go ahead and follow these tips that I just shared with you. And I hope that it will help you find more time in your day, allow you to become more efficient in your work, and really impress your clients and colleagues alike. And that is pretty much it. I hope that in today's video, you guys learned a little bit more about how to manage your time a little bit more efficiently, a little bit more productively. As business owners, clients aren't the most valuable assets that we have in our businesses. It's actually time. Time is the most valuable asset that we have in our businesses because time allows us to do things. We can always get another client, but we can't have our time back. We have to use every second of that time wisely and productively. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and invite your friends to the party. If you guys would like for me to personally help you with your sales and marketing, please go ahead and visit benlau.com/education, where you can learn about my sales and marketing course and coaching program. As always, Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.